the last speaker before lunch, which I know you guys are really excited to hear from me right now. So I'm going to make this really easy. You all have the resource guide. Look at Chapter 11. It has all the basic information that you're going to be looking for, including links to get your own living will, your own proxy form, as well as information about wills in general. So I'm going to go very quickly over what we did, because everyone wants their lunch, I know. And thank you so much for my note takers here. I'm going to just put this down here. My group was about the legal aspects of planning for getting older. Not just caregivers, but the people who will eventually get old and need taking care of themselves. Both the healthcare as well as legal aspects of estate planning. It's the most exciting group for me because I think it's the one where you get to basically tell people what you want and then they have to go do it. And that's really all it is. It's very simple. I think the hardest part is especially for a lot of the Indian ladies, and I'm talking to all of these Indian ladies, who don't like making, they don't want to upset anybody. Well, it's time to make your decisions known, okay? Healthcare proxy, living wills are about your healthcare decisions. Healthcare proxy is the one person you name. Doesn't have to be your favorite child. No one is judging you. It's the one person who's going to make healthcare decisions for you when you're not able to. Living will is the document that you put down in writing, the general outline of your decisions of what you want done when you can no longer speak, about life support systems. Do you want to be intubated? Do you want machines pushing air into your lungs, keeping your heart beating, keeping your kidneys functioning even after you have kidney failure or other organ damages? Those are the general decisions will go into your living will. The next document was a durable power of attorney, which goes into effect when you are no longer able to speak again, and it's power of attorney basically over your financial investments, real estate, that aspect. Especially useful if you're looking at situations of long-term terminal healthcare issues where mortgages still need to be paid. That kind of stuff still needs to be done. It's good to have someone who can make those decisions and release funds from your bank accounts, etc. So those are the three basic documents. Like I said, there are copies of it or links for that in the resource guide, Chapter 11. You'll also get my contact information. Feel free to ask me about it. I can send you all these documents.
Would you not rename the chapter?
Chapter 11. Chapter 11.
Bankruptcy.
The best, easiest.
11A.
11. And you can also find, for those of you who know Google, which is 99.9% of you, easy documents, one page, two double-sided, New York Living Will, New York Healthcare Proxy. You don't need a lawyer, just need 2 witnesses. That's all you need. Very simple, easy to understand. If you go to a document like the Partnership for Caring page, they even give you how to fill out the form instructions. Really simple, it's great. I also prepared a document which we didn't really get to go through.
What do you do after filling out?
You fill out the forms, make copies, and give it out to everybody you know, basically.
Yeah.
And also, don't forget to talk about it with your healthcare proxy. Talk about it with your family. That's really what it comes down to. In this day and age, everyone doesn't have one doctor who's with them all the time. But talk about it with your family. Those are the ones who will really make the decisions at the end of the day. Be very clear. I know you love me. Do not keep me alive for 6 months when I'm brain dead. I don't want that. Make those decisions for them. These are times which are very confusing, very distressing, very emotional. You have an idea of what you want done with your health care, with your body, with your estate after you're gone. Tell people about it. There's a lot of stigma sometimes attached. Some people don't like, it's bad luck to talk about death. I hate to tell you this. Even if you don't talk about death, you will still die. It's going to happen, okay? So let's talk about it. Let's make a plan for it. Tell people what you want. Take control of your life and your estate and your body and move forward and get these documents. They're called advance directives because you're directing people in advance. Make the decisions and let people know about it, and distribute copies as widely as possible, and keep having this conversation with people every time you can, because they're very emotional, they're difficult, but they absolutely need to be had. So I'm going to go very quickly then. After you're gone, which will eventually happen, whether you talk about it or not, there's a basic document called a will. Different from a living will. Living will is just for healthcare decisions while you're alive, but unconscious. A will regards your estate, whatever property you have. Even if you don't think you have any property. Ladies, you have jewelry and you know where you want it to go. Write it down. Don't rely on, no, I think no one will argue, people will argue. Trust me, I know families who stop talking to each other because, no, mom wanted that necklace to come to me and she took it, and write it down. I'm a lawyer, I hate these discussions. There's no goodwill, okay? Write it down, it's simple. So make a will, one executor. Again, no, I don't, no one's saying, who's your favorite child, your favorite whatever. Pick an executor. You can have as many beneficiaries as you want to, but just pick one executor who has the responsibilities to get the death certificates, take it to the county, file the deed, file it with the probate court, file it with your bank accounts, file it with your investment companies, whoever's got your investments, your real estate companies. They're the ones who will have the responsibility to then take those things and execute your wishes, which is usually dissolve your property and apportion it to your beneficiaries, 1/3, 1/3, whatever it is, 1/3. I have a document here which is called How to Survive the Loss of Your Spouse, but it's really for anybody, and it's basically start putting together, don't make anyone guess. You know where your bank account is. Does everyone in your family know which bank you use? Probably not. So go tell people, these are my banks. This is where my investments are. This is where my 401k is. This is where my IRA is. These are my insurance policies. Put it together, give it to your executor, or the person you trust, to hold this stuff for you. Make it easy. Keep it one big file called important documents. Don't make people guess. It's much easier for everybody. One really complicated issue came up in my group, which I did not have an answer to, so we kind of made up an answer. I don't really know if it's true or not. For those of you who have property in India, what happens? I'm an American attorney. I know American law. Indian law is a bit of a free-for-all. We all know that. Some people said, well, if you're going to have property in India, you should have a will in India, which, whatever. Have a will in India, apparently, is the answer. But I would say talk to an attorney. Talk to a specialist who actually does this stuff, and they can tell you how to handle this stuff, how to dissolve property in India, and make sure it then goes to your beneficiaries. And I think that's it. Is there anything, other major issues? I think that's it. And like I said,